morning. It's my first morning in Paris. I'm about to head out, maybe get some matcha. I wanted to give baddie while I'm here, but it is so hot that I just don't think I can really wear a lot of makeup. I'm just wearing mascara today. The heat wave right now in Europe is apparently record-breaking. Love that for me. It's literally giving Asia. If you've been in Asia in the summer, during like right after monsoon season when the heat and the humidity is just all... It's been impacting how quickly I get irritated, which I don't like to admit, but I'm excited for the day. I had a budget set for myself before I landed in Paris, and unsurprisingly, I did not keep it. It was vintage girl heaven. It's okay to be a little hedonistic sometimes. I spilled water in my purse. Yikes. This is a borrowed copy, so I hope I am pretty good. My journal has some damage too, but I kind of like it when my journals get fucked up a little bit. I was reading Paprika as per Charmaine's recommendation, and if you're not familiar, it is Japanese sci-fi dealing with the surreal nature of dreams from the early 90s, and the film adaptation was the inspo for Inception. This was a great summer read, really stellar storytelling. I think I've talked about it on my TikTok. An interesting turn of events, we have bed bugs. My arm, I don't know if you can see it, but there's just a lot of bites. And so heading back to the hotel right now to fix the problem and figure it out. Look at my eyeshadow, it's so beautiful. Good morning. We survived and thrived. We really need to have a food revolution in the US because I don't remember the last time I had a strawberry that was soft and red all the way through, so naturally sweet and not literally the size of my wrist. My fist, I mean. So, I need you to look at my arm. Do you see all this? Bed bug bites. So our first hotel had bed bugs, as you can see from my arm. And the crazy thing is that they would not give us a refund. They wouldn't find us another room. They didn't do anything. So we had to move hotels. My boyfriend was on the phone with Expedia for 2.5 hours. And the lady on the phone, bless her heart, she called 42 places. 42, because it's Fashion Week. Every single place was booked out. But we found a place. Thank you. And I examined every single garment of clothing and put it in a Ziploc bag. And it took me about 2 hours to go through just like my one suitcase. What's crazy is that the night before, literally 2 nights ago, I was rewatching the show You, and in the first season, Peach Salinger has bed bugs and she's like freaking out and she has to leave. It's a very minor point of the story plot, but I literally said out loud, bed bugs, like dealing with bed bugs would be my worst nightmare. Like I literally said that out loud, and then I got this literally the day after. And then we went to Silenzio last night, and holy shit. Every single time I go clubbing, and obviously it has to be a good experience, I think like, why don't I go out more? I usually go out, I don't know, like under, like I would say 5 times a year. Maybe a little more including vacations, but just not very often. But whenever I go, I almost have a religious experience when I experience the unity of the people enjoying the music, and it's, I don't know, it's like very primal and beautiful. Obviously going clubbing can go south really quickly, but Brutalismus was performing and I didn't register that like they were there in person. I just thought they were playing Brutalismus songs because I knew that they were a duo, but I didn't know what they looked like. But I realized like 30 minutes into the set that it was actually them. I was out till like 4:30 a.m. It was a beautiful, beautiful night that ended with french fries. I did not take my makeup off last night though, and even though it was just pretty much my eyes, I didn't wash my face, and I had sweated a lot, so I feel like my skin's really irritated right now. Can't skip one day of skincare. Alright, I'm gonna get ready for the day. It was hard, but we made it through the day. The sun is kind of setting. It's 10:30 and it hasn't even set. But genuinely, no exaggeration, I don't think I've ever experienced heat like this. And this is coming from someone who's traveled to hot places, like grew up in Korea. But every hot place I've been to, you can always readily escape the heat. Like there's AC in all public transport, there's AC in my apartment, hotel, there's AC everywhere. Like literally everywhere. The grocery store, restaurants, like you name it. Why is there no AC here? Why is there no AC anywhere? Like not even I stepped into the grocery store, it's warm in there. Like tomorrow I don't think I can handle another day of this. So I am going to the Louvre. And you know what? It's probably really cold in there to protect the art. And I'm just gonna be hiding out there all day. And after tomorrow, the temperature starts to go down. This was by far the worst meal I had in Paris. It was supposed to be authentic Japanese food, but it just was, I have no idea what I was eating. Remind me not to get Asian food next time in Europe. Now we are a little past halfway of my trip, and at this point I felt like I was on psychedelics. You might think that I'm being dramatic, and yes, maybe I was, but it felt like my body hadn't gotten not a single chance to cool down, and my bites were on fire. I had hundreds all over my body that were irritated from the sweat, heat, and friction, but also at the same time I was having such a fabulous time, like this day at the museum. But it was a choice I had to make, a feeling I had to lean in, while at the same time choosing to disassociate from my physical experience, which felt very counterintuitive, but really necessary for the moment. I just saw this Monet piece, full of body chills. I feel like when I paint sometimes, I focus so much on the details and perfection of form, when the goal is really to communicate emotion and feeling. And I don't know, like seeing all the art here, the Impressionist art specifically is reminding me of that. I think I'm gonna draw a little bit. I'm in the area upstairs where there's a lot of sculptures, and I just found a seat in front of this incredibly the sculpture that is exuding a very powerful aura. The museum right now, it's a Renoir exhibition, and on the wall there was a quote that said something like, Renoir would never let a day pass without sketching in his book because it's so easy to let go of your hand, or something like that. Basically, without practice, your skills, no matter how talented you are, will dull. And you know what? I get so frustrated because sometimes when I paint, and I haven't in a long time, I feel like I've lost my touch. I've been frustrated with myself because I don't really know how to draw anatomy in the way that I want to, and no one else is to blame but for me. So I'm just gonna practice here. I have a few hours before I have to leave. So I'm just gonna practice here for a little bit. I have maybe an hour before I have to leave, so let's go. Okay, I just finished. It's definitely not my best work, but the museum is closing early because of the heat wave. Honestly, when I do sketches like this and it's not great, I feel a lot of shame because I feel like as someone who's been drawing and painting, albeit recreationally for the most part, for a decade now exactly, like since I was 16, back in 2016, I feel like I should be a lot better in form and anatomy, and I'm not where I want to be, and that's okay. But it was fun. I think going to cafes alone is one of my greatest little joys in life. Now that the heat has subsided a little bit, I feel like I'm able to appreciate the beauty of Paris fully. Like yesterday, I was walking around with Zoe, which is a new friend. She is amazing. Well, we were biking actually when I had this thought, but I looked around and I was just like, wow, it's beautiful here. But at the same time, I think this past week has been such a unique experience. It's my first time in Paris. It's kind of pretty much my first time in Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week at that, and my first time getting bed bugs. But it will be a week that I will remember probably for the rest of my life. I have 2 more days here. It's not like my trip is over yet, but as the heat subsides slowly, tomorrow's gonna be the coolest day yet. I'm just able to kind of detach myself from the suffering and the joy, but a lot of the suffering that has been in the past week of just like physically how itchy this is and how hot it is at night, all that, and just see it for what this experience has been, which has been awesome, like truly. I've met a lot of Germans, eating new things, just being in a new space, and what a privilege it is to be able to travel and just see with new eyes, and shop. I have such a good haul. Someone said I'm not a human having a spiritual experience, I'm a spirit having a human experience. And you know what? I'm gonna use that quote to justify why I love clothes so much and unfortunately shopping. Look at the frills on this dress. The petals, yeah, I got this like a couple hours ago. Anyways, I feel like I haven't sat down and talked about this experience, and I'm sure I'll have more evolving thoughts. I literally haven't journaled all week. But I also wanted to show you my perfume tray. It is just a metal tin tray. I got it like a couple years ago and it's never really been used. I would store some random stuff, but I realized it's perfect for traveling. Like look, you can bring a bunch of different scents so you don't have to pick. I did film a TikTok about it. I think I'll post it probably. It's my last full day in Paris. I don't really have a lot of plans today. My goal is to just walk around and soak up the city. It is also the coolest day I've had so far this whole week. And it's beautiful outside. So I'm just gonna eat, walk, maybe link up with a friend. And that'll be my Paris trip.
Là où tu mets 40 ans gamin, je préférais fêter ses 40 ans avec elle. Mais moi, le mariage, je peux pas. Bah,